Life is too short for...
Oh, that's not nice.
Tragic.
Impure fools.
I'll come back stronger.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame.
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Huh? All right, good evening, everyone. We're finally getting everything fixed up in here. I said earlier, but we didn't get it picked up on the mic. So I am Jacob Carpenter, and I'm here with Grant Lyon, the coach and head of the esports department here at Center College. Say hi, Grant.
Howdy, hey.
There we go. And then, so tonight, Center College is playing against Kettering University's JV team. So we just got done with the picks and bans from both sides, and we're just going to run through and see what we've got. So first covering the bans, we're going to see Center College primarily targeting their supports and top lane picks. Pretty interesting out of that. And then we'll see here that Kettering University has chosen to target our mid lane and ADC. We're also seeing an interesting support ban, which is Braum, as we know that Green Grubber from Center College does play quite a bit of Braum. If you missed last week's game, Green Grubber was absolutely popping off with Braum. I believe that she had like 3 kills and 25 assists with 0 deaths. So she was doing very, very well, to say the least, for that character. So I don't blame him for banning Braum. As for center side for picks, we're gonna see a Sejuani, I believe, top lane. I believe at this point now it's a center staple pick to choose Sejuani, and that is gonna be Orbiter Pluto on that pick in the top lane. As for a jungler, we're gonna pick Kha'Zix. That's typically seen by one of our players, named Faraz. In game, he is TM. I think it's 3 times. So yeah, he's gonna play a little bit aggressively in the jungle. Mid lane, we have a guy named Cole. He's gonna play Lissandra. Last week he also played Lissandra. It seems to be one of his strongest picks here, as her ult is extremely powerful in the team fights. So we'll see how that plays out this evening. As for our ADC, we're gonna see a Caitlyn pick from a guy named Vayne Mechanics in game. Last week he was playing Misfortune, if you were here, and he was very, very impactful on the game itself. So we'll see how it plays out tonight with the Caitlyn Karma combo. As of the Karma, that is Green Grubber's pick for this evening in support, along with her ADC. As for Kettering College, Kettering University, not college, Kettering University's picks are going to be a Mordekaiser top, Nocturne jungle, a Twisted Fate mid lane. Okay. Maokai and Senna bot lane. That'll be interesting. I'm assuming that's going to be is that a mount? I don't know how that combo is going to work, right? I have no idea. I have never seen that. That'll be interesting to watch how that plays out. That means bot lane on their side definitely has some really good setup, especially when it comes to stuns and CC overall. But I believe both teams have fairly good CC, and both teams also have really aggressive junglers. So this will be a game where we'll probably see a lot of fights. So right now we're finally getting into the game, loading in after the pick and bans. And we'll get loaded onto the Rift in just a second. Let's see here. Yes. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. Look at all those emotes. Dang, I wish I had those emotes. Alright. Alright, let's see if Center College, I believe, is going to be doing standard vision protocol, as well as Kettering College. Kettering College maybe looking for an aggressive invade here. Yeah, and that is exactly what they will be doing. Center College is kind of split here. We'll see if Kettering College can make anything out of this. I mean, university. I keep saying college. I have it now from being at Center. So, anyways, it looks like their invade is not going to be successful, and they will reset and go to their lanes. All that yawning from studying, man. Getting to me. All right. Kettering College is the junglers are going to start red buff. Our jungler is going to be starting blue buff, so they will be meeting each other probably around the 230 mark. Or is it probably around the 230, 245 mark up in the top river at the Scuttle, depending on how fast the pathing is from both junglers. Theoretically, Nocturne has a fairly fast clear compared to other junglers, but our TM's got it. Gonna have a little bit of slow start in all lanes here. Nothing super aggressive, nothing over pushy, all good. A little bit of damage coming out from bot lane, just little trades. Of course, your casual trades in top lane. Seeing some more poke come out from bot. Looks like Center College also has some vision in the top jungle. Very good ward by our Sejuani over Pluto. Bot lane getting super aggressive right now. Mid lane too. A possible pick here in the mid lane. And it dissipates. Bot lane currently pushing into Kettering College here. Trying to look for some more damage. Mordekaiser running. Oh. Mordekaiser knowing that he probably needs to back off a little bit. Not be so aggressive. Oh, nice damage coming out from the mid lane. More trades coming from bot. Alright, so looking at both junglers, it looks like as I predicted that the Nocturne was a little bit faster in the clear. Looks like Scuttle will be coming up very shortly. We're gonna see, we might be seeing an engagement top. So I'm just gonna get pinched off here. Possibly going to die. Yep, first blood goes to Nocturne. Flash coming out from Kha'Zix, and he dies to the burn. Over to Pluto, possibly getting away here, and a flash comes out. Mordekaiser are going in, and 3 kills go to Kettering College in the top lane. Nocturne will now have a fairly large advantage here. He now has 150 gold bounty, so it'll be a pretty big target out here on the Rift. Kettering College support looking a little low. And our bot lane is putting in the work here at center. Dragon coming up at 5 minutes. So we'll see it up in around 45 seconds. Nocturne looking to recall, and he gets it off. Excuse me again. A little stunning coming out from Twisted Fate. Results in just a little more damage. Kha'Zix pinging here in the bot river. Scuttle. We might see a Nocturne gank here in the bot lane as our Center College bot lane is pushed in pretty far. The Nocturne turns away and just keeps on pathing. Ping's coming out from our Kha'Zix. Might be seeing a gank here in the bot lane. We'll get to that in just a second. Trade's coming out from top. Orbiter Pluto gets away. We're about to see a dive here from the Kha'Zix. There's a flash coming out from the Caitlyn. Kettering College barely gets away there with very little health. But Center College is also fairly low, so we both have to play pretty conservative play styles right now. Nocturne is invading Center College's top jungle. As they know that Kha'Zix was just bot lane. Dragon has been up for around a minute now. Possibly there might be taken in the next 5 or so minutes. We see Flash come out from the Maokai, I believe. It was from the Maokai. Barely hanging on with I think around like 20 HP. Very close as it for kill. Mordekaiser, top lane pops ult. I've been here to help him out. Over to Piloto. I get caught here in the top lane. Mordekaiser goes for an aggressive dive. Possibly get, oh, and there we go. Sejuani gets the trade-off. Nocturne is still sitting with an 150 gold bounty with 49 CS. So he's still fairly ahead. No worries for our Kha'Zix though. I believe Kha'Zix is maybe going for a challenge here. Still looking. I'm pinging his bot lane, not timing top lane. Come help him. Gonna see a fight come out here onto the Mordekaiser. And Team CM jumps up just in time. Sejuani getting caught out here from Center College, and Kettering? Yeah, Kettering University gets another kill. Nocturne furthering his lead against Center. Dragon has now been up for 2.5 minutes. Kettering College would probably look to take it in the next few. The jungler is a little bit ahead. I'm just now realizing that the Nocturne is now sitting at a 350 gold bounty. So to anyone that kills him will reap great rewards. Bot lane very ahead, and Center College bot lane very, very, very ahead in CS compared to the Maokai Center combo. Engagement coming out. Karma has flash out. Karma might be going down here. Yeah, and Green Grubber goes down. Hopefully our Caitlyn will be able to make it out. Flash just to try to get away. Maokai ult coming out. Maokai gets another kill there. So it's looking like that Kettering's College bot lane doesn't necessarily need a whole lot of CS, but rather they're just looking to set up engagements with their CC, which is a pretty powerful combo as we just saw. It's an interesting comp. I've yet to see it. That's pretty new. Or at least I have not seen it. So it's probably been around for a minute. Nocturne or Kettering University takes the first dragon of the game at 9 minutes, which is pretty good time for taking a dragon. Pretty good time. Looking at the gold advantages, it seems as if Kettering College is pretty far ahead at the moment. There's no worries for Center College as they can always pull it back. Dang, I would have not been able to got that minion at top lane. Looks like Herald's up as well. Nocturne, I'm gonna look to get Herald. Kha'Zix just pathing through the jungle. Nocturne is looking for the Kha'Zix. Might end up finding him, but doesn't see anything and goes back to Herald. Could be taking it here. A little engagement going on top. Yes, so they will be attempting to get the Herald, or Kettering University will be attempting to get the Herald. Sonder and Kha'Zix going to challenge the Nocturne. Mordekaiser are coming to help as well. So now has to be a little careful in this one as the Nocturne is fairly far ahead and they have ults up. It'll be a little bit of a tough fight if they choose to take it, but it dissipates and Kettering University takes the Herald. See some words coming down in the bot river from Center College looking to establish vision just in the river, primarily to see ganks and just have that kind of vision control that Kettering College will not have. Ganks coming out bot lane. We see a Maokai ult come in. It hits everybody. That's a Nocturne ult as well. Caitlyn, the first one to go down. Nocturne looking to take out the Kha'Zix here. Flashes. Kha'Zix flashes. Oh, shoot. I didn't even see that. Twisted Fate ults in and kills the Kha'Zix. And it looks like Karma is just left by herself here. The bot lane. Kettering University will most likely look to clean up here and take the Karma, but she gets away. Jupiter Pluto trying his best to defend his tower, but it gets ignited and he's gonna fall. Flash is coming out from the Nocturne. The bot lane Maokai is still going in here. We see a flash coming out from the Twisted Fate, and he gets the Caitlyn. It's looking like a little bit of a rough start. Excuse me. Kettering College sitting here with, I believe, an 8K lead. Oh, wait, did I do my math right? Wait, 3, 5, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I can do math. Yeah, that's an 8K lead of gold. It's a pretty large lead, but I think Center College can still close this gap. They play carefully and smart and work together as a team. Mord's going to take a reset here for the next Dragon, as Dragon will come up at 14 minutes. Man, I am beyond central. Things coming out from Kettering College's side. They really don't want wards to come down. Might be an engagement happening here in the bot jungle. Engagement going on in the mid lane. Ult's coming out. Big Maokai ult coming out from Kettering College University. Sandra is first to fall along with Kha'Zix. Caitlyn ult is then blocked by the Senna. Karma's Hegemony are gonna reset here. Set up for this next dragon fight. I'm surprised Kettering University isn't going straight to dragon right now. But I believe the Nocturne is taking his red buff, so they'll probably look to take the dragon after he farms a little bit. Oh shoot, he might even have to reset because he's so low. So Sejuani's still having a little bit of trouble against the Mord. That's alright. Mord's a very hard to champ to fight, especially when he gets a little ahead. TM barely getting out of there alive. Ult's coming back up from Kettering College's side. A few ults still down on Center College. I believe now they will take the dragon. And yep, that is what they're doing. Looks like our bot lane has swapped over to mid. That's CS and established mid control. Kettering College takes the dragon at 15 minutes and 10 seconds of the game. Mountain will be next. I personally think the Mountain's my favorite. I think just because it looks cool, to be honest. Looks pretty sick. Sandra ults an attempt to stay alive here, but be taken down regardless. Nocturne still gaining his lead. Caitlyn ult coming out. It's blocked by the Senna. I believe Center College's mid tower is close to falling, so hopefully it'll stay up. Big dive coming out from Kettering University here. They take out the Karma. Probably going to... probably looking to take out the Kazakhs on Center College. But gets away as well. Tajwani falling to the Mordekaiser. Herald up in 22 seconds. I believe that the Nocturne will look to take that as well. Maokai getting a little too too aggressive in the mid lane. It's pretty interesting on their comp, because the Maokai doesn't really need a whole lot of those resources, but mainly because its ult is just so impactful in those team fights and setting them up. It's just an interesting combo. I would have never thought of a Maokai as an ADC. Definitely have to look that into that. Nocturne taking the Rift Herald, and he's successful in that endeavor, and will probably end up dropping the either bot or mid lane. Center College's TM is pushing in bot lane here. We're gonna see is that a TP? It is a TP coming out from the Twisted Fate. They really want to keep those first towers, just to make sure that Center College can't get any more gold from that. Hopefully Kazakhs can get away here. But I'm not so certain here. Sandra and Kazakhs both in the bot. Possibly taking out the Maokai. See a flash come out and an ult come. Stun coming out from the Twisted Fate. TM will fall to the center. Big Nocturnal coming out, and we'll kill the Karma. Center College side. It looks like it'll be the end of the line for the Lysandra and the Caitlyn here. The bot lane. Lysandra does fall. See another Caitlyn ult coming out. I believe it's just to get some poke in there. Try to look for something. Now do take the second bot tower. Let me see a flash coming out from the Twisted Fate and a stun. And Caitlyn gets picked off. Rift Herald also coming out from the Nocturne. And yep, they are using it to take the bot tower, or the third bot tower. Maybe taking out, yep, an inhibitor. And they might be staying here. I'm not sure what Kettering University will do here. So, yep, they're gonna reset, buy some more items. No problemo. Center College needs to find some kind of footing here, some way to come back. But this lead is pretty hard to come back from, I will say. But if any college can do it, Center College is the one to do it. Dragon coming up in just about 20 seconds. And this is not sold just yet, but it's getting quite close. Fight maybe coming out in the mid lane. Mordecai is just barely grasping the Kazakhs. Would have been a pretty dangerous thing to happen. Mid lane maybe falling here on Center College's side. And Kettering University does take it. Fight coming out, and we see a Maokai ult. Sandra on Center College is the first one to fall. It looks like Center College will end up losing this fight here. And Kettering will look to end the game, and it is quite possible. It looks like that is exactly what they're going to do. You see some GGs coming out. And yep, Kettering University will win the first match of the night against Center College. We will see you all in the second game in just a few minutes.
Life is too short for fear.
I want to turn. Oh, that's not nice.
Impure fools.
Welcome back, everybody. Just in case you weren't here, we are currently playing Kettering University's JV team, and of course, we have our home team, Center College. Let's see here. Center College actually lost last match, but we're gonna see if they can tie it up here and take it to a third game on this one. So we're gonna see a lot of way different picks from last match, except for the Maokai and Senna pick. This is a completely different ban system and completely different picks. So we're gonna run through it all and get it all down. So for Center College's bans against Kettering University, we're gonna see similar, actually very similar bans as last time, except for this time they're gonna take away the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate was pretty monumental in their win last match, as his ults were very well placed and very well thought out. I believe Twisted Fate is also just a fairly good character when he farms very well and he consistently can get gold. Yeah, and we're gonna see after the 4 bans that we see after Twisted Fate are the same bans as last match, primarily targeting the top lane and the jungle. Covering over Kettering University's bans against Center College. These are completely different bans except for one, which is the Zoe. So it seems as if Kettering University is hard targeting our mid lane with 4 mid lane bans, 5 if you consider Vayne a mid laner, but Vayne is typically an ADC. Of course, being Vayne mechanics, our bot lane, they're going to take away Vayne, which is not shocking, as Vayne mechanics is, Vayne is very, very good. So yeah, definitely hard targeting both our mid lane and ADC. So, running over Center College's comp, again, we're going to see our staple pick of Sejuani as our top lane. No change there. It's all good. We're going to see an interesting Viego pick from TM. We don't typically see him play Viego, but Viego is a very, very good pick here into their comp. Viego is very, he can work well, not only just in team fights, but he can self-sustain and take 1v1s comfortably. We're going to also see a Cassiopeia pick here in the mid lane. Cassiopeia has a lot of CC in her kit and can get away pretty decently. So yeah, definitely some pretty big changes already here in the first 2 picks from Center. Interestingly, we're gonna see a Braum pick. I kind of skipped over the Kaiser, but it's okay. We're gonna see a Braum pick from Green Grubber. They first banned Green Grubber's Braum pick based off of last week's match. Yeah. And then we're gonna see, like I said, Braum, and we're gonna see a Kaiser pick from Vayne Mechanics. Pretty good combo from our bot lane. Now focusing on Kettering University's picks, we're gonna see no change from their bot lane. The Maokai Senna pick was very, 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 very good on their part. It doesn't require a whole lot of gold or CS or anything in that matter. It's more of getting the XP needed as Maokai and Senna, and then utilizing your crowd controller CC in these fights. So we've seen that they're fairly good at using that combo, and it's a very powerful pick. we're gonna see the top lane picking Shin. Shin is pretty similar to Twisted Fate in regards of teleportation. So Shin can get around the map very quickly with using his ult and also providing some support. Yeah, I've not really seen a Shin pick in competitive, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it works out. We're gonna see a Belveth pick in the jungle, and then we're also gonna see a Veigar pick from their mid lane. Yeah, both comps are both comps are really comps I'm not used to seeing. Um, as they're just I keep saying this, but like they're just both really interesting, and I want to actually see how this plays out. Um, it really comes down to who can scale more, because both comps are very scale heavy. So yeah. All right, right now we are loading into the game, and we have finally made it onto the Rift. Very quick pick and ban process. Um, Normally that's not been the case, but this time, thankfully, gone by. Oh, last match, Kettering University. Oh, the last match, Kettering University got pretty aggressive here at the beginning. Looking in, they invaded, I believe, Center College, looking to invade their bot lane. Yep, and they see him. We see a stun come out. Oh, wait, I got the team split. All right, so Shin takes the first kill of the game. Yeah, I got the team split there. I thought Center College was in the red again, but I was wrong. So Center College just caught off guard there in the bush, and Shin takes the first kill. So it is going to look like a little bit of a rough match top lane. Excuse me. Shen ends up getting a little more health. I think it's a health item. So he will be a little more. I guess I could say bulky than the Sejuani at the start. Center College will be starting at the red buff, and Kettering University will be starting at the blue. So yet again, they will meet each other in the top lane again, probably around like 230, 245 ish, maybe even. Honestly, both these clears are really fast, so maybe even around like 225. Very aggressive start coming out from the bot lane. And it slows down just a tad. Trade's coming out top. It's gonna be really hard to beat that Shin right now in the first few levels as he is ahead in items. It's always very frustrating. Somebody's a little ahead. Yeah. Shen getting a little aggressive here. I've always found like when Shen grabs his sword, it's like not really like a slash, it's more of like, you know what I mean? a little smack. Some more trades coming out here in the bot lane. Center College is looking, was looking a little low, but getting back to full health here, slowly but surely. And now it's just a little bit of a calm pace, and as soon as I say that, Shin goes in. Getting our Sejuani pretty low here. More engagements coming out from Kettering University's bot lane. Maokai a bit low on mana here. It's Trade Central right now on the Rift. Excuse me again. Oh wow. Diego possibly getting a pick here. Flash coming out from Cassiopeia. Diego might not be getting out of this one. Cass tries to go back in to help. Oh, Flash coming out from Diego. Hopefully our Viego can get away. I think you'll be able to. Dragon coming up again yet at the 5-minute mark. Just on time. Well, it's not 5 minutes yet, but close enough. Viego is currently just farming here in his bot jungle. So I believe he will take a reset after. Our bot taking a reset as well. Just to get recuperated. A very, very aggressive flash coming out from the enemy Senna. Just getting a little poke. Flash, all the flashes coming out from Kettering University's bot lane. And I believe they get too aggressive as Maokai will fall, and so will the Senna. I believe. Hopefully. Maybe. Boop. Yep, there we go. Guys are getting both picks. That is absolutely monumental to Center College. Very, very, very good start from Center. Game is slowing down a little bit, pace just a little slow as everybody's re-cooperating onto the rift. Center wants to maintain this lead that they have for as long as possible. I wouldn't even say maintain their lead. I would say probably extrapolate their lead, continuing it. Belveth is finally finished farming her jungle and calls it good and heads on back to the base. Dragon is probably going to be taken here in just the next few minutes. Hopefully by Center. Okay, coming out mid lane from the Diego. Oh, and then Viego. And Cassiopeia falls to the Veigar. I believe he ulted. Yeah, he did alter. That's alright, no worries. Some more poke coming out from the bot lane. Belveth pinging that she is ready to take the dragon here at the bot river.
Gotcha.
And they will attempt to take it. Center might be contesting it. And Center will be contesting. Getting the Senna incredibly low. And end up taking the dragon. Fight going on here. We see a ult, a huge taunt, multiple stuns coming out. Viego getting a pick, Belveth getting a pick, Cassiopeia from center side getting a pick, and Kaiza or Vayne Mechanics getting a pick. Center College coming out victorious from the fight. Hopefully being able to get the Veigar, yeah, that guy, that's his name, Veigar out here. Veigar has no escape utility anyways, as he just uses flash. Might be able to get a pick on him, but looks like he will get away safe and sound. Big resets coming out from Center College side after that huge fight. Vayne Mechanics now ahead by 3 kills on the bot lane. Looks like Vayne Mechanics. Let's see. Alright, Rift Herald is now, or probably has been up, but is now up. Center College, no, not Center. Kettering University currently has vision on it. Center will probably look to establish some vision as well, just see what's going on. Maokai and Belveth are both. Alright, I'm very sorry, viewers. Belveth and Maokai both top, and there's the pause coming out. Then Bane Mechanics is having a little bit of mouse troubles. So let's see if we can get that fixed. And we'll be right back once this pause is done. All right, and we're back to normal. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay. Zen trying to get a little cheeky aggression out, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Little whack and tack. Wait, that made no sense. Anyways. Looks like the stream is currently frozen. Try to see if we can get something going. Yep. Oh, we're good. All right, cool. We're good. Yeah. I believe there's going to be a large fight happening here. Diego coming out, trying to escape. There'll be a fight for Herald happening here. Maokai, quite literally 30 HP. Alright, Maokai from Kettering University is the first one to fall. Big ults coming out from both sides. 2 picks coming out from Kettering University. Vayne Mechanics getting yet another pick. Vagar's doing a lot of damage right now onto Center College. Center College comes out just fine. Vayne Mechanics is currently 6-0. So he will be Center's main carry this game. So all of the bunch of resources need to be put into him during this time. Looks like he's going to take a little reset here as he's half health. He wants to get that full HP bar. And then I think the Sejuani is going to go bot lane to help cover for the bot. For the ADC and the support. Herald is still up. I didn't realize nobody took it. Yeah, Herald's still up. Dragon will be up in probably about like 2 minutes, I think. Maybe my dragon tracking is off. I'd say around 2 minutes though. Cassiopeia taking a reset as she also got picked. Oh, and Maokai stun's happening. Flash coming out from our Braum to escape. Looks like both teams will back off here. Poke's still coming out. Vagar, no stun. Oh, Sejuani ult just missing. And then, yeah, Dragon will be up at around the 13-minute mark. Or a little before that, rather. And Center will try to establish some vision down there. But Rift Herald will be dropped mid lane. And Center's mid tower will fall. Oh, maybe not. A few taps. Yep, and then now it falls. Dragon is up a lot sooner than I thought it would be. My calculations are just not there tonight. Dang, I couldn't count 8,000 gold, and now I can't even remember the dragon timers. It's not looking good, Grant. Big ult's coming out from both sides. Sentinel flash from Maokai. Ult again. Maokai's ults are just happening left and right. Oh, flash coming out from Sejuani and just literally gets away with 1 HP. Vagar ulting onto the Kai'Sa, and Vayne Mechanics will fall with a 400 gold bounty. Vagar is now also sitting with a 400 gold bounty. Seems at the moment that the Kaiser on Center College's side will be the main source of damage, and Vagar will be the main source of damage for Kettering College. So it'll really come down to who can take down the most powerful person first. Belveth is normally so good at taking those towers that she could just whack away very quickly. I think it's pretty annoying. Well, fight happening in top lane hopefully results in their top lane being brought down, but they do not pursue under the tower because that does get pretty tricky, especially against the Shen. Although he already used his dash cooldown. Cooldown does not stay down for long. Maokai still stunning Bop's Vayne mechanics into the tower and gets a little too aggressive, and Vayne mechanics punishes it. Belveth also looking to take out Vayne mechanics and gets it. Braum gets away. I believe they will try to take this bot tower. Braum will try to defend as best as he can, but he just gotta hop off of that. Yep. Hopefully Braum will get away, but he's knocked up in his escape. Braum coming out. Viego trying to help, or Braum. And in trying to help the Braum, he will probably end up falling to the Belveth. Oh, nope. We got the moves. And there it goes. Yeah, and yeah. Flash dash, and yeah, and there he falls. Super aggressive flash happening from the Vagar. That was a little unnecessary. By little, I mean a lot of unnecessary. Maokai popping ult. I swear he has ult like every 5 seconds. And Shin gets the kill onto the Cassiopeia. Like I said at the beginning, that Shin can be everywhere. And look, huge taunt coming out from Kettering College University. What is the difference between university and college? I wonder.
Some people make the distinction based on if they offer graduate programs, but that's not the only distinction out there.
Gotcha. Alright. I always wondered what it was. I just never knew.
Generally consider a university to be larger than universities will sometimes have colleges where there's something or other. A school of business might be considered a college or a university.
Dragon will probably be up in the next, I'm gonna call it, I believe, I should know this, but it will come up, or the intro of it will come up at 17:39 on the dot. No mess ups or errors. Looking back at the map, Kettering University has set up a decent amount of vision in both the bot and top jungle of Center College. Hopefully Center College will be able to bring it back and maintain control of both their side and Kettering University's sides of the map. Oh, I was a little off. The dragon timer came up at 17:20, so I was off by 19 seconds. Not too bad. Finn getting aggressive yet again. Belveth looking to challenge our Viego. And it's just so hard to get away from her. Just look at that dash. Her dashes are a pretty big mobility tool. And Maokai is still getting very in center's face with those ults. I wonder what his ult cooldown is. It's gotta be 30 to 45 seconds. It's ridiculously low. Yeah, 30 seconds is pushing it. Probably 45. 45 seconds probably. Dragon now up at the 18, I think 10-minute mark, 10-minute mark. More vision coming out. All right, big team fights happening right now. Ults coming out from both sides. Shen taking a lot of damage right now. Kaiser getting the first kill onto the Senna. Pretty big pick. Shen getting the kill on Cassiopeia. Sejuani, big pick on the Veigar. Bel'Veth getting the Sejuani in the fight. Green Grubber barely getting out. Also 1 HP. Very close call. Kettering University will then take the Dragon after that fight. And after this one, it'll be Soul up next. And Soul, again, is pretty big. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize they dropped that. Shen still being really aggressive in the mid lane. And possibly being caught out. He does get caught out. That's a 150 gold bounty to the Viego on Center College's side. Kettering College will be looking to take out that top tower along with taking... Probably not taking Baron, but probably looking to take out that top tower. Fight's happening yet again in the mid lane. Yeah, it seems Kettering is getting a little too cocky in the mid lane. But don't ever underestimate Center College. Viego coming out to catch the Maokai. Maokai bopping them away. An ult coming out from the Maokai. I believe just for funsies. Senna takes the Center College's top tower. Kaiser marking that the Drake will be up in about 4 minutes. Around the 25-minute and 30-second marker. Kettering College University is aiming to take out the second top tower. Might be pushing their limits a little too far. Ult's coming out from both sides. Flash from the Viego. Sejuani, the first one to kill Maokai in this team fight. Flash from the Shen. Huge shutdown on the Bel'Veth. Veigar getting 2 picks onto Center College. And they clean up the fight there. Triple kill from the Veigar. And Center will reset here. Let's see what Kettering College will do. They are pinging that they're going to take top tower, or the second top tower from Center College. I believe that Kettering College University, man, keep doing it. Kettering University will probably try to take Baron here as they have Center College pushed in. After this, they will probably just look to take a final push down the mid lane. As the Baron buff is very, very powerful. I keep saying very, very. I think that's like my favorite phase at this point. It's fairly powerful tool. Or rather buff. Yep, they take it. Maybe looking to reset here. Nope, they're going. Oh, Veigar is wanting to go. He's ready to rumble. Yep, a few resets coming out from Kettering University before they probably make their final push of the game. At least that's what I'm assuming, anyways. Center College will probably look to hold here and to try to take some towers from Kettering College here and there. Viego currently split from his team. Taunted and knocked up. Vega will probably fall here. Nope. Wow, my predictions are... Oh. Yep. Then that Senna ult and it comes out and takes out the Viego. Meaning that Kettering College will probably look to push. Bless you. Maokai ult coming out from Kettering College. Big team fight coming out. Brown from Seminary College. Cassiopeia will fall. Flash from the Maokai. Ult. Stun. Flash from the Sejuani. Kettering College will take out the mid tower. Cassiopeia gets a kill onto the Senna. Senna will look to just defend their Nexus and their towers. But it's really hard to do that against a Baron, but very, very difficult too. I believe Center College can do it though. And Center College will slowly start to fall. Kettering looking to take out even more. And I believe that will be game. Yep, that is game. They're taking their sweet time to take out the Nexus. And there they go. Center College will lose today's matches, but no worries. GG's to both teams, and thank you to Kettering College for the match today.
University.
Gosh dang it. University. I'll get it down at some point.
It's got the alliteration idea.
Hey.
Kettering College
Kettering
does sound. Just a note for anyone from Kettering University watching. Change the name up.
Of course. If they do, they should give us credit.
Exactly.
Like, they should add our
Some
names.
royalties.
Like, yeah, honorary names.
Jake Carvin. Thank you so much for watching, folks. We'll catch you next week.
All right. Thank y'all.